Hi, it's Diederik Gelderman here. How did you go with the handshake practicing in the last week? So over the last 3 weeks, we practiced the smile, we practiced the visible hands, and we practiced the handshake. I hope you've got those well and truly ingrained into your neurology now, and that it's second nature for your hands to be visible when you meet someone or walk into the room, for you to have a big smile plastered on your face, and for you to put your hand out and get that handshake and make that connectedness happen. So I hope that's all natural now. If you have a challenge with any of this, please contact me. My email is diederikgelderman@gmail.com, my full name at gmail.com, and just contact me, or you can contact me through Facebook. By the way, I'd love it if you went to Facebook this week and liked Body Language Australia. It would mean so much to me. So what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about eye contact. So this is the fourth of the things that you can really do to improve your connectedness and your trustability and likability with people you meet. It's making eye contact. 60% of the people that you meet are what are called visual processors. In other words, they store and code and process information visually. There are also auditory processors. There are also kinesthetic or people who process information by feel. And then the fourth group is what are called the auditory digital processors. These are the people that process everything based on facts and figures. And we'll talk about all this at a later date, but 60% are visual processors. And a visual person feels that you're disrespecting them if you don't look them in the eye. So the way to create better trust, connectedness, rapport, and be more liked is by looking people in the eye. And if you look people in the eye like this, they're going to think that's a little bit creepy. And if you look people in the eye like this, they're probably going to think that you're being sneaky. So how long should you spend looking in the eye, either when you meet them or when you're re-meeting them and dealing with them on a re-acquaintance type basis? So when you meet them for the first time, I'm going to suggest that you look in their eye and then look away, look again a little bit longer, look away, and then look back a third time and then look away again. And those first three looks into someone else's eye, what you're trying to do is you're trying to learn the colour of their eyes, of their irises. Is it blue? Is it green? Is it turquoise? What are the colours of their irises? And when you have that information, you've looked in their eyes long enough and you've had a good ability to build, trust, rapport, respect, and connection. Now, from then on, you're going to look in their eyes probably about 40 to 50% of the conversation. So if you're talking with them for a 5-minute period of time, you'd probably want to be looking in their eyes for about 2.5 minutes of that period of time. Less than that, you're being sneaky. More than that, you're being invasive and over the top. And so that's really important on a first meeting, that you learn the colours of their irises and look at them for about half of the time in the conversation, and especially look at them a lot early on to build that trust and rapport. When you then meet them again on subsequent occasion, again look at them more initially, and as that relationship builds and as you become familiar again, you can look at them a little bit less. I'm going to suggest that you should never look at them less than 40% of the time. So let me explain that. If you're having that 5-minute conversation and you've met this person 2 or 3 or 4 times, and if you've got a good relationship already, you should look at them for about 2 minutes, never less than 2 minutes, because you're breaking that relationship down if you look at them for less. So about 40% of the time when you know them well, about 50% of the time when you're initially starting to know them. So you've got 4 things now to practice and ingrain in neurology. Please go to Body Language Australia on Facebook and give us a big tick, a big like, and I'll catch up with you again on the next video. See you next time.